Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on our video. Today with the bus bums, I will be taking two 102-inch ash slabs and cutting them to size for a workbench and a desk. I hope you enjoy. I don't know, Katelyn. It's kicking this saw's ass.
Is it gonna work?
I don't know. I mean, I think it could. I mean, I could keep going.
Can I have your phone?
Huh?
Can I have your phone?
Unfortunately, no. I'm using it.
Okay, never mind.
Let's see. It did it!
Hey, where's that dust mask you bought yesterday? Put it on.
I don't know. I think it's at the house, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. This little battery-powered Milwaukee, what, 6.5-inch blade? Made it through 2 inches of this really hard ash. Now I'm just gonna finish it off with the Sawzall. You're standing in front of the camera.
I didn't know there was a camera, I'm sorry.
Look how nice and smooth that is.
It is nice.
I mean, that's not gonna need a whole lot of work at all. Tell them, hey, couldn't handle what our job was. We want a different one. I'm lining the saw blade up with a pencil line I've drawn, and then bringing my guide to the edge of the saw and clamping it down. I'll do this on both ends so that I can get a nice square line. I'm making some adjustments here so that my saw will have a nice level surface to ride along. I noticed some give in the guide, so I'm improvising a way to keep it from moving as I make my cut. I end up using a pair of dumbbells, and that seems to do the trick just fine. This 6.5-inch Milwaukee circular saw has a cutting depth of 2 inches, but the slab is 2.5, so I'm using my sawzall to make short work of the rest. The slab behind me will be cut roughly in half, whereas the top section will become the front section of my workbench and the bottom the front section of my desk. Through cutting, I've released a fair amount of stress in the wood, so after my cuts are complete, the wood will sit for about a year to be sure that if any cupping, twisting, or bowing occurs, it can be milled out in the final milling process. The final dimensions for the workbench will be somewhere around 30 by 48 inches. The desk will come to be about 25 by 36 inches. Both the desk and the workbench have a taper towards the left, so they're shallower there. This is my first time doing anything quite like this, so forgive me if I make any massive mistakes. in the end, it does turn out quite nice, so bear with me. Hello everyone, thanks again for watching the video. This was part 1 of a part 2 process of making my workbench and desk. Now, in regards to us moving into the bus, we ran into an issue with that. We had mentioned before we had received some pushback from our landlord and the tenants on the new tenants on the property. The old tenants were great, made great friends with them, but the new tenants on the property have caused us
some heartache and some stress, to say the least. So we unfortunately had to move out of the bus. Good.
So we loved working. Hi guys. Hello everybody.
Puppies.
Everybody visited.
And cut to puppies. We sit.
So we loved living in the bus for the 2 weeks we were there. It's not normal for us to get up as early as we did. We were getting up about 8 o'clock every morning and enjoying the sunrise. And then we'd cook outside on our little hot plate. We didn't have much hooked up, so I mean, we were living in a pole barn.
We also had a microwave.
We did,
yeah, we did. Inside, so.
And then I think something exploded in it and ended up molding, and we never touched it again. I think we just threw it away. No, we sold it to a friend, I think.
Well, we threw that away.
We threw it away.
We threw that away. We didn't sell a moldy microwave.
My bad. So anyhow, so we were asked to remove ourselves from the premise because, despite the fact that when we initially had set an agreement with the landlord, it had been spoken and the precedent had been set that we were intending on moving into the bus as soon as we were able to, and that our lease was up very soon on our apartment, and that we'd be moving into the bus. We do that, and then all of a sudden, we've got a bunch of people right up our rear end.
The sky was falling,
and we were told
that we never told him that we ever had any intention of moving into it.
And he tells us that we're awful people, and that we're putting his family at risk, and that, we clearly know what we're doing, and we're just trying to cause him troubles.
All before actually telling us that we just need to move out to fix the problem.
Right, and this is completely without any address. Like, they never said anything to us. There's just all of a sudden mad anger, and that's not even to mention what the new tenants were like.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's for this video or for a later video. I'm thinking a little later video, but
those new tenants were not very fun. We were about
nice.
halfway through, and they decided to make it impossible to finish.
So, the beginning of this next video, or in the next video rather, we purchased an RV. We purchased a new camper and we move into it for the winter.
And it got so cold that the bus did not get worked on for probably a month and a half while we lived in it, because it was wake up and stay in the covers because it was so cold.
Yeah, absolutely. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and you come visit us for the next one. Thank you. We're the Bus Bums, and we really appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe, really helps us out. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Go.
It's either overfilled or we have a messed up car that we just gave something.